Picture a ridgeline where rock shelves, tree canopies, and roof trusses read as one continuous section. What if architecture were drafted as the next contour in the landscape rather than an interruption? I'm Mary Pinheiro, and I draft buildings as continuations of the landscape they occupy, shaping space where terrain, climate, and culture intersect. I believe architecture finishes the sentences that geology begins. In the next few minutes, I will share the blueprint of my architectural identity and why I see design as a conversation between nature and form. My design practice follows four main principles. Site continuity, where every plan begins with following natural forms like slopes, watershed, and solar axis, so that the built form completes the land's unfinished sentences. Biomimicry, which involves studying and emulating natural systems and processes to design more sustainable and resilient buildings. Material diplomacy, which relates to coordinating varied context-appropriate materials so they work in harmony rather than in conflict. And lastly, adaptive stewardship, meaning the design anticipates weathering, reuse, and programmatic evolution, allowing the spatial narrative to mature with its context. While these are my design principles, I am not the first to advocate for these principles. Frank Floyd Wright's Falling Water reminds me that a house can literally hang with a waterfall, yet it also warns me about maintenance when technology lags behind vision. Vincent Colbaught's Lily Pad dares to float an entire eco-city, urging me to dream at a planetary scale and to prove feasibility in prototypes. Michael Pauline's Eden Project teaches that a living ecosystem can demonstrate self-sustaining resources cycles. And lastly, Neri Oxman's Silk Pavilion demonstrates that technology and silkworm can co-author architecture. From each of them I borrow, but I aim to fuse their lessons into buildings that perform quietly every day, not just in renderings. Yet, my architectural vision confronts resistance from opposing forces. The first one being placeless repetition, such as glass boxes that ignore latitude, culture, and soil. The result of this is a built fabric that consumes more energy, offers less climatic comfort, and erodes the visual memory that ties architecture to people and place. And second, being value engineered amnesia, resulting in cost cuts that erase craft and local matter. In forfeiting tactile quality and cultural continuity for upfront savings, we forget that true economy lies in the long-term resilience and rooted identity. My counter-proposal is to create architecture calibrated into its context. In this approach, scale, structure, and surface are not imposed but distilled from land itself, producing buildings that read as coherent continuations of their landscapes rather than foreign objects upon them. I want to end by urging fellow designers, planners, and patrons to design spaces that draft with the land instead of over it, so that our future skylines feel like natural extensions of the horizon. Thank you.